I'm tackled up for chub, so if there's sort of roach and stuff in here, I'm not sure it's going to work with size 8 hook, but we can only give it a try. I knew the stream was going to be a challenge today, but it's a lot more of a challenge than I expected, I must admit. There must be some fish in this weir pool, surely. All this oxygen. Looks very shallow though. There's all, I can see bits of weed sticking out. So it's by no means deep. I've got to watch these trees above. I have to sit back a bit so you can see the rod top. Oh, something's having to go already. Oh, it's snagged. But there's certainly something pulling on that rod. Yeah, this tree is a bit of a problem. Hi, well, I'm out, but I really debated whether I should or not. We've got over the really hot spell, the 30°+ bit, but it's going to get quite warm today. I've come to the trout stream, but unfortunately it's a lot more weedy than when I looked at it a couple of weeks or so ago. I walked down the lane with the bailiff and he said it's really weeded up and there's no flow, there's hardly any flow. I've set up in a spot just a little bit from here, very, very challenging to fish. But what I did manage to learn from the bailiff is there's a stretch the other side of the bridge that I've never worked out how to get into, but it's on a coded lock and he's given me the code, so I can give that a try. He said there's some deeper water up there, so if all fails here, I think I've looked at a couple of spots that I thought might be fishable and they're not. They're really not. The one I'm just about to fish may be, but it's debatable. There's a couple more a bit further down that I'll give a try, but after that, providing it hasn't got too hot by then, I'll try the stretch on the other side of the bridge. Yeah, I just wanted to get out really, just have a bit of chub stalking, but I think I'm going to be very lucky to get anything today, but I'm here, so I'm going to try. Anyway, let's get to it and see what happens, shall we? Well, from this viewpoint here, you may think, is he mad? It gets a little bit better around to the right. Yeah, I think someone's had a go here, so I'm not the first to try. Yeah, very, very challenging, and it behoves one not to get too close to the edge, because underneath all these nettles here is a steep bank, and at the bottom of that bank is a river. Yeah, I think even casting is going to be incredibly difficult here. Sort of 9-foot rod would have been better than a 12-foot one today, I think. Already got stung everywhere, getting through these nettles. This is a chubby spot at other times, but whether it is so now, I'm not sure. Then I have tested the landing net. I can reach the water. Just in case you think, will he get it in? Mind you, getting it in is a bit more than the landing net being able to reach the water. There's a lot of cabbage down there as well. I'm probably going to lose everything down here, to be honest. Yeah, there's too much stuff in there. No takers. No takers at all. Yeah, I keep getting caught in the tree. Got the pale arm on, which is not very clever, was it? Trying to get a bit further down, but it's almost impossible. It's on that branch again. And no, that's not going to do any good, is it? Fish are soon going to be spooked with me doing that. There's something having a go. It's probably a dace. Stop now. It's probably dace pulling off bits of bread. In a couple of the spots I looked in when I was walking here, there were dace. Yeah, the bread's gone. Perhaps I should have struck on it. Oh well. That's more like it. I don't think I'm on anything at this time. Yeah, it's actually got a clean cast. No, I don't think I'm going to get another bite. I should have gone for that first one, really. Sometimes these chub, they don't take it with a bang, they just mouth it. I feel it's starting to get warm already. Just gone 9 o'clock. And that. I think we'll go and try a couple more places if we can. Yeah, I should have gone for that first knock. I know it was only a knock, but I should have gone for it. Okay. Try and get out of here without getting your rod caught up into everything. Well, you can see I've moved, but not where I intended. I had planned to go upstream on the Trout stream on the other side of the bridge. The bailiff had given me the code for a lock, but When I looked over there, there was a horse in the field, which wasn't a problem. But there was also cattle in the field. And it seemed like there was well, it didn't seem like there was an electric wire going all around the perimeter of the field, obviously to stop the cattle going into the stream. But I sort of didn't really fancy going into a field that had a rock on it, that had cattle in it and had electric fence in it, so I decided not to. Pity really, I wanted to have a look at that top end, but there had plenty of time to try that some other time perhaps. Anyway, then I made the fateful decision to walk over to the main river. Well, I've walked over here many times, but not in this heat, and not having sort of walked nearly the full length of the Trout stream beforehand, and I was absolutely shattered when I got here. I probably still look a little bit flushed. Yeah, I got my new Apple Watch and it was telling me my pulse was 155, which at my age is pushing it a bit, I think. Anyway, it's dropped down to 120 now, so I'm recovering. Anyway, I'm going to try, I'm sitting under trees, which is great news, out in the sun, and I'm going to stay here long enough to recover from that walk before I have to walk back again. I've never fished here before. I'm going to fish out in the sort of weir pool, in the oxygenated water, and hopefully that will yield something, but I just don't know. I've never fished here before. I think probably maggots, worms would have been a better bet here than the bread that I bought, but there we go. I'll see what happens, and as I say, I'm going to stay here long enough just to calm down and cool down before I walk back, because walking back the temperature by then is going to be probably 25, 26, so yeah. So that's where we are. Let's see what happens, shall we? Right, here we are in a little spot. It's too ramped to put my chair up, I think. I don't know, I might be able to get it over in the corner. I don't like sitting on the floor because I have a job getting up when I sit on the floor. Let's see if I can perhaps... Not brilliant. Let's try it out before I move everything. No, it's not too bad, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to readjust my rod, having moved the sitting position. Right. I'm tackled up for chub, so if there's sort of roach and stuff in here, I'm not sure it's going to work with size 8 hook, but we can only give it a try. I knew the stream was going to be a challenge today, but it's a lot more of a challenge than I expected, I must admit. There must be some fish in this weir pool, surely. All this oxygen. Looks very shallow though. There's I can see bits of weed sticking out. So it's by no means deep. I've got to watch these trees above. I have to sit back a bit so you can see the rod top. Oh, something's having to go already. Oh, it's snagged. But there's certainly something pulling on that rod. Yeah, this tree is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think there's a lot of snags in there. Let's hope I don't lose everything. And I only use half a bit of bread. I'd cut these up in chub side pieces, but I didn't bring a lot of bread because I thought I'd just be dipping in a few spots on the stream and that'd be it. Very opportunist day today, really. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to come out, really. It's been such a hot week. But the thing is, the forecast seems to be that it's going to be hot at the beginning of the next week as well, so it's not as if things are going to improve a great deal. A bit more in that flow. Now, is that the current doing that? Is that really pulled round? I say I'm going to run out of bait, that's the problem. I didn't bring enough bait for repeated casting. Well, that would be the cue to go home, wouldn't it, when we run out of bait? That's certainly pulled round. Oh, there's tons of snags down there. Really, really snaggy. This may not be the best place to fish, folks. I'm going to have a look down in the next swim, see if it's a bit less snaggy, because this is really, really snaggy. Well, the next spot down, there's just so much weed in it. Alright, we'll carry on here. So I've got a knot in my line, which isn't good. It's sort of making casting a bit tricky. I've actually hooked something, folks. I don't know what it is. He's having a bit of a go. It's a decent roach, actually. Well, success. The hook's come out, this is good news. Yeah, I had that sort of touchy bite again and I struck. And what we got here? Alright, he's a bit lively. Well, he's saved me a blank, hasn't he? Yeah, we may be getting some more, you never know. There's roach out there. Just hold him up so you can definitely see him. Right, okay. Well, that's good news. A fish. He's off. And get a cloth. When I got that roach, I'd retrieved, and the bread had partially gone. So the bread was, when I cast again, the piece of bread was much smaller. So I've reduced the size of the bread. And see if we can repeat the trick. I guess they might be roach when I was getting those taps. What I think I might do the next cast is, rather than using the rod top, I'll put the rod on my knee and I'll feel the line. There's definitely something playing with it, but hooking these things is going to be quite challenging. Yeah, that was a good pull then. Yeah, I may try touch ledgering, see if that works better. Right, 10 hook. I've moved the rod rest a bit to get a little bit further away from the fence here. Amazing, isn't it? I changed from an 8 to a 10 hook, and ever since I've changed, I'm not getting the bites anymore. There's a mother duck over there with 2 young ducks, and one of them was having a hell of a job trying to climb up the slope against the force of the water a little while ago. Yeah, I'm not getting the bites anymore. Oh, little duck's just, you can see it on this camera, it's probably too far away on this camera, but just when it's sliding down, I have to climb up again. Sort of a water slide. Oh, come on, roach. I've changed my tackle just to help you get the bait in your mouth. Where have you gone? I think I'm in weed. Oh no, no. The bait's still there. Fish seem to have gone off. Trying a smaller bit of bread. Keep getting taps, but I can't hook them. Either that or they're just not taking the bait, they're pulling the edges of the bread off. I think there's a lot of roach out there. With the hot weather and the low oxygen in the water, this should be a good spot to fish, really. There's quite a lot of weed on the bottom, and I think a lot depends where the bait lands. If I land in a clear spot, I get a bite fairly quickly, but if I bring in a bit of weed, it's obviously landed in a bed of weed. It's just coming up to midday. I'm still getting the occasional touches, but I can't seem to hook them. There's a lot of weed down there. Oh, that was a good pull then. I felt a pull then. Seems if I cast more towards the weir, I'm getting more bites. Yeah, it's definitely something I had to go at it then. But they're just stabs, they're very difficult to hook. I feel things clucking at me. Oh, I felt that one really. I thought I could have hooked that one, it really pulled. But no go. Right, we'll persevere for a bit longer. Seems the obvious place to fish really, doesn't it? When you had lots of hot weather, and rivers are lacking in oxygen. This is a classic place to fish really. Certainly getting more bites down in that, just under the sort of ramp there. They still feel like small fish. Nice to catch one or two more, wouldn't it? But maybe not. I'm not staying late today. I've gone up quite early this morning. And, it's going to get quite warm, I think, now this sun's broken through. I've got a long walk back to the car. I don't think I'm going to stay much longer. I've got a strong suspicion these bites are predominantly dace. I had a similar experience up straight away. Take the bait, or go for the bait, but you just can't hook them. As I was saying, I had a similar experience up at the head of the trout stream. There's a little weir pool there, and I was getting these bites one after the other, and finally I went up on the bridge and I could see in the water, and it was just a big shoulder dace, and I don't think I'm going to hook them, to be honest. So I may call it a day. I think I got here quite early for me this morning. Yeah, the bites are almost immediate. It's almost like worth holding on to yeah, I can feel them straight away. I think they're just small fish. I don't think I'm going to hook them on this setup. One more cast, now I think I'll call it a day. Well, that's it for today. The original plan of fishing the trout stream didn't really work out. I only managed to fish one spot in the end. I'd checked out the stream about 3 weeks or so ago, and it was pretty congested then, but now it is really impossible. So I had a bit of a hike over here to the main river, and I've got a really long hike back now to the car. And decided to fish the weir pool because I thought basically in this hot weather, low oxygen levels in the river, a weir pool is going to be a good place to fish. And I managed to get one roach out, but I think it was more luck than anything really. I was getting bites sort of all the time, but I think most of them were probably either small roach or dace, and I just couldn't hook them. So I'm going to make my way back now. The sun's now come out, unfortunately. The sun went in for well, it didn't go in, but the clouds came over for quite a while, but unfortunately it's now come out for my walk back. So I'm hoping it's only about 12:30, I think, so I'm hoping it won't be at its maximum heat at this point. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, so thanks for watching. A bit of a different one today. Really just an excuse to get out. I wasn't too hopeful to start with, but as I say, you've got to try, haven't you, really? Yeah, so thank you for those of you who sort of continue to give me likes, and obviously for the subscribers. And also I'm grateful for the comments I get, and I enjoy replying to the comments, so keep it going. Anyway, that's it now. The wind's blowing a bit now, and I'm gonna start walking back and hope I make it. So until the next time, it's bye for now and cheers.